Welcome to another of my pipe videos. Or more accurately, a pipe smoking video. Today, I'm smoking actually the first pipe that I bought a year or so ago now, when I started to pick up pipe smoking again after 30 years. And as I mentioned before in these videos, I really only had dabbled for about 6 months back then when I was much younger. The nice thing about making pipe smoking videos is that you have to light the pipe. It calms you down, it slows you down, like all the things that we often talk about. And the expectancy of the audience isn't the fast-paced, edited, jump-cut videos that you often get on YouTube. It's a much more relaxed, and I think people come along because they know the video is going to be slower than the very fast-paced videos. Or now, I don't know if you've noticed this, the amount of videos that use stock footage, an AI script and an AI voice, not a real voice. A lot of people probably are not aware of the voices that they often hear on those type of videos are not real people. They may have been sampled initially from somebody, but they can be produced incredibly rapidly. Thank you for everybody who's shown interest in the pipes that we were talking about last week, Julia and I, the metal pipes. And we've got some more pipes. And what I didn't really want to do was turn these videos into a sales pitch for pipes that we've been given that we could possibly sell. I thought that probably what would be best is to put them on a website somewhere, and I need to develop a website, or on eBay, but I want to be able to give you guys the first dibs. Also, somebody very kindly got in touch from America and said I'd be interested in one of those metal pipes for my collection, and I thought I've no idea how much it would cost to send. And it being a tobacco-related product, whether there was a tariff that you have to pay, it's ridiculous, isn't it? So I'd have to find out all that information. Now I'm very busy writing a book, not the pipe book. I'm hoping to get onto that relatively soon. I want to talk a bit more about that in a minute. So I'm busy with the other book and my other channel, which does keep me on and answering emails for that. So this might take a little bit of time. But I think of pipe smokers as not being impatient people, as people who are centered and who know who they are and calmer and not reaching out. However, of course, when you get certain situations like the Sutcliffe demise and a certain period of time, there's always that panic buying business about, oh, let's get something. So I think on average, though, you're all very calm, collected people who watch this. I had a comment on my other channel. I occasionally smoke my pipe on the other channel. It's not often, but I do occasionally. And somebody said, and I found it amusing, as soon as the pipe comes out, I'm off. And I thought, well, you're a bit judgmental then, aren't you? Goodbye. Because they're not interested in the message. They're interested in the window. And if the window display a man smoking his pipe is going to put them off and they don't even bother to listen to the message, then It shows how much interest they really have in what was about to be said. So, yes, this is the first pipe. Now, I have to tell you, I can't remember what it is. It was a very cheap pipe, and it's a Sarome, I think it says, and I presume it's an apple. It seems to be an apple shape, straight pipe. What does it say on here? 6245, if that makes any difference. I picked it because it's I suppose, my most favourite shape. There's lots of lovely pipes out there, and everybody's making, not everybody, but there's a lot of pipe makers out there, and I've been watching them, and they're absolutely amazing and brilliant. But I like just the simple, basic shape. I have in the collection that Andy very kindly gave me, of which a lot will be offered to anybody who's interested. I've selected a few nice and individual ones, in which no doubt you'll see me smoking them here. But in the meantime, I thought today I just fancied something very simple and something very basic, and actually quite cheap. People do spend a lot on their pipes, and they can be very nice, and they look almost too good to smoke. So what am I smoking? Sorry, I've kept you waiting here. I'm smoking something from, what are they called? Fribra and Treya. I've never seen them before. I thought I'd give them a try. And it's called Wingate Mixture. And as ever, I've covered up the government rubbish. It shouldn't be there. And I put it in a tin that has no other markings on it. I don't need that hypnotic suggestion of what they want to tell me. Thank you very much. Now, I was thinking, I haven't really got this going properly, and I keep talking, don't I? Which is, of course, the whole point of the video. I was thinking about this book that I want to write about a pipe book. It will be a story. It'll be a fiction story, because I want to uncover the thought process, the joy of it, and explain, I suppose, for me, what I'm getting from smoking a pipe. Like so much of life, it's a journey, and I was thinking at first, what would, mulling ideas when I go for a walk or whatever. And I was thinking, what would be the thing? As the character, there'd be a protagonist. And this protagonist, I mean, obviously, it's like, who is he? Where is he? Is it current day? Is it a period piece? All those sort of things. But maybe that's not the important starting point. Is it the pipe? I started to think. Is the pipe something? Does he see it in an old curiosity shop? Does he go into a tobacconist and suddenly just have the urge? Does he stumble across a pipe in the loft? Has he always smoked a pipe? Is it his father's pipe? Was it given to him as a reward for something? Does he already smoke it? Has he lost it? Could he find the pipe? If he'd lost it, would it be chasing after his favourite pipe? Or does he discover a pipe maker and wants him to commission a pipe? And there's so many ways, so many thoughts that you could have of what was the story about. And then I thought, well, the pipe is just a tool, isn't it? The pipe, beautiful in and of itself, like a car can be beautiful in and of itself. To me, my favourite car, my favourite motor vehicle is a Morris Traveller. We had one when I was a kid, and I'm not into fast cars, all these, Ferraris and Porsches and all this fancy stuff. I much rather like the the earlier classics, a Morris Minor Traveller, to me, an old Moggy is a beautiful thing. The one with the wooden lattice work at the back and the doors that open like a cupboard. If I could afford one, or had somewhere to store it and somewhere to drive it on, if I lived on a private estate and I had my own garage for it and I could drive on my own roads for, 2 or 3 miles and just pootle about it, it'd be lovely. Take it on these roads here and battle against all the other traffic and try and, I live down on the coast, so the salt air wouldn't be very good. No, it wouldn't work. But that's my favourite vehicle. My favourite car, motor car, with the starting handle. But it is only a tool to get from A to B. And so I was thinking, actually, it's the journey that's the important part, the journey. And maybe it's not the pipe, even though the book is about pipe smoking. What is it that we use the pipe for? To smoke tobacco. So perhaps this is more about the tobacco than the pipe, although the pipe is obviously the significant device. And it may be the story is about a tin of tobacco that the protagonist either stumbles across, finds, is given, whatever, sees in a shop. And I like the idea that he doesn't smoke the pipe at the beginning. He's not a pipe smoker. And perhaps he has attitudes towards tobacco, which a lot of people do have. Until something in the aroma of the tobacco, in the quality of the tobacco, in the feel of the tobacco, the cut and the way it's made, or it reminds him of something, or it takes him on that journey and he looks at it, smells it like a pot puree, until eventually he decides he is actually going to smoke it. And then he buys a pipe, or gets a pipe, or finds a pipe, or is given a pipe, or is whatever. A pipe is made for him, or something happens, and the two join together. And then at some point, using a match, probably, he fills the pipe, lights the pipe, and takes that first draw, although he'll know that you don't, I assume he'll know, but generally you don't inhale. And then he has found a friend. And that friend may accompany him. Well, it would accompany him until the end of the tin. And then what? Is it that tobacco is no longer available? Is it that he is desperate to find a blender? Is it desperate? And does he set up his own business and makes that tobacco? Is that the story? Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. But it will be fun finding out. I think this is sort of a kind of an English mixture. It does say, I mean, not that the English bit says where it's made, of course, but it does say here, 34 Haymarket, London, SW1. But it's not an aromatic. And after the last one I smoked was the Blackberry Bramble by Sutliff, which was a very mellow and somewhat sweet. You could smoke it all day, I think, and it was very delightful. I had to get some more. And then I had this, and I thought, oh, this is a bit stark in contrast. And I thought, I don't like it. But after the second bowl, after the first bowl, the second bowl, I like it very much. It's funny, isn't it? How your taste changed. Maybe it was the pipe. Maybe it was just the transition of having a week on one tobacco and now switching to another. I do tend to just go with one tin till it's gone and then move on to the next one. Maybe the variety in the week is the best way of doing it. Anyway, there we go. I hope that's been interesting, enjoyable, insightful in some way. But either way, thank you for watching and look after yourselves, and I'll see you on another one. Take care. Happy pipe smoking.